The Eagles' star wide receiver DeVonta Smith has completely changed the wide receiver market. What does this mean for Brandon Ayuk? What does this mean for CeeDee Lamb and all of the wide receivers who are set to get a fat contract? We're gonna break this down. Like and subscribe for more content from me, Wi-Fi Willie. Breaking news happened Monday morning for the Eagles. At the start of OTAs, you have DeVonta Smith with his brand new contract, a 3-year deal worth $75 million, average pay of about $25 million a year, and this makes DeVonta Smith technically tied for the 4th highest paid wide receiver in the NFL. The Eagles now have 2 highly paid wide receivers, DeVonta Smith and also AJ Brown, who was not a happy camper at all last year. There were several times where you saw him frustrated on the sideline, yelling at Jalen Hurts, yelling with Nick Sirianni, the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. Things are not all paradise and sunshine and roses for the Philadelphia Eagles. That's all I'm saying. We can't forget this team struggled during the second half of the season. Jalen Hurts did not look good during the second half of the season. Had a horrible game against the Seattle Seahawks, did terribly against the Dallas Cowboys, and ultimately choked in the wild card against Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers. The Eagles have been in the Super Bowl recently. Yes, that was a great year, but something happened last year, and it seems like they think the coordinators are the problem. The offensive coordinator and defensive coordinators were fired last year, and now you have Kellen Moore, the former Cowboys offensive coordinator, as the OC of the Philadelphia Eagles, and also Vic Fangio, former Denver Broncos head coach, was the Dolphins defensive coordinator last year. This guy is going to be running the ship for the Philadelphia Eagles as their DC in 2024. So we'll see what happens with the Eagles. Can Jalen Hurts recover? Will they continue to rely on the tush push in 2024? It was still a good move by the general manager Howie Roseman to get ahead of the wide receiver market and sign DeVonta Smith to that 3-year contract of $25 million a year. You got Justin Jefferson of the Vikings looking to get paid, probably going to be the highest paid out of CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase, Brandon Ayuk of the San Francisco 49ers. We're going to talk about him a lot in a bit, and also T. Higgins of the Bengals, along with Amon-Ra St. Brown of the Detroit Lions. T. Higgins had requested a trade away from the Cincinnati Bengals, and it looks like the Bengals are going to keep this guy on the roster. They're not trading him away. He spoke just the other day about this.
I do anticipate it. Since he's growing up, I love for Cincy that I didn't think I would, but man, looking forward to it.
So it looks like Higgins is going to stay put in 2024 on that franchise tag. The big story this offseason for wide receiver has been Brandon Ayuk. Ayuk has sent signs that he wants a contract extension from the San Francisco 49ers, or he wants to be traded. And when you look at the Niners, they've already paid Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, Nick Bosa. Does the San Francisco 49ers really have enough cap space and money to also retain Brandon Ayuk? I don't think they do. I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're going to expect the guy to just play on the contract he has right now from his rookie deal. But it has been hilarious to see Brandon Ayuk send some smoke signals that he wants out or he wants a new deal. People have joked that the wide receiver looks a lot like head coach Mike Tomlin of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Not gonna lie, these two guys do look alike.
Y'all do kind of look like twins, Brandon. Or y'all are cousins or something.
And Brandon Ayuk even went next level after free agency, tweeting out to Mike Tomlin, "They saying we twins, what you think? Looking emoji, looking emoji." This, of course, fueled speculation that perhaps the wide receiver would want to join the Pittsburgh Steelers and catch passes from either Russell Wilson or Justin Fields. We know Brandon Ayuk's girlfriend has gotten involved, saying she doesn't expect them to stay in San Francisco.
This might be our last day. Or, I mean, not our last. Okay, this might have been the last day we touched foot on Levi Stadium, me and Braylon. We might not be out here next season.
Basically implying that the guy is going to hold out or be traded, which I don't know. You do whatever you want, but I personally would not want my freaking girlfriend speaking on my career on social media. I don't know about that, man. But things reached a new level recently when Brandon Ayuk unfollowed the San Francisco 49ers on Instagram. We know this is usually exaggerated, but the guy previously followed them. He unfollowed them for a reason. He's clearly trying to send a message here. But things have gotten pretty nasty. You had this Twitter account, Legend Sports 7, claiming that Brandon Ayuk has officially requested a trade from the Niners, and they claim to have sources in the building with the San Francisco 49ers. And this got a little nasty. X had to fact check this because you have Ayuk's agent, Ryan Williams of Athletes First, retweeting this saying you need better sources. You basically have Ayuk's camp debunking this rumor, debunking this report, and it's kind of shitty for this person, Legend Sports, to sort of make some stuff up here. But this is the world we live in these days on the internet. However, I think Ayuk has clearly sent some messages that he would like to be traded if the San Francisco 49ers aren't going to pay the guy. So even though this agent is trying to say you need better sources, he has not officially requested a trade. Clearly, he sent a message. That is why the gambling odds are in. People are placing bets on where Brandon Ayuk is going to go, and the Steelers, because he looks a lot like Mike Tomlin, are at the top of the list with plus 200. Then you get the Patriots after that because they have huge needs at the wide receiver position. The only wide receiver that the Patriots really have right now is Juju Smith-Schuster. Smith-Schuster has not been known for touchdowns and yards lately, but for something else, and this was absolutely embarrassing. I cannot believe I'm even going to mention this right now. Patriots receiver Juju Smith-Schuster posted a picture of his private parts on his Snapchat account while in a car with a girl. You got this image here. It's blurred out. I don't know if this was an accident, if his thumb slipped and he accidentally posted this on Snapchat, or is this guy doing this on purpose? Who knows? Is he going to be like Le'Veon Bell and start his own OF account? I don't know. But he either made a big mistake and his thumb really did slip, or he's thinking of a career change. In addition to Brandon Ayuk, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, all these guys are going to need new deals, and they're going to want to top DeVonta Smith here. And when you're looking at the average rankings, the average salary of all the highest paid wide receivers in the NFL, Tyreek Hill is at the top of the list with Devontae Adams right after him, Cooper Kupp, and then you got two Philadelphia Eagles back to back, both making $25 million a year. Then you got DK Metcalf and Deebo Samuel after that. So this changes everything for wide receivers. They have now gotten way more expensive. If DeVonta Smith can get $25 million and be the fourth highest paid wide receiver in the NFL, that means it's going up for everybody. CeeDee Lamb is definitely going to top that. Jamar Chase is 100% going to top that. Brandon Ayuk will probably at least be able to match that. So we're going to be looking at a world pretty soon, especially in 2025, where you're going to have wide receivers making more than some quarterbacks and getting paid over $30 million a year. I can 100% see it happening. There are going to be teams that say, no, I'm not going to pay a wide receiver that much. I'm going to go ahead and draft a guy, develop a guy. And there are going to be teams like the Houston Texans who recently traded for Stephon Diggs who are going to say, hey, I'm down to take on that huge cap hit. I desperately need a wide receiver. So expect some sparks to fly. Expect some trades to be happening as teams make these crucial decisions. Like this video if you have not yet, and make sure you ring the bell on my channel so you are notified every time I drop a new video. My name is Wi-Fi Willie. Peace out, and I hope you have a good one.